Good morning, dear hearts. So please subscribe. We are on lesson 30. You may remember that lesson 29 yesterday I said was a favorite. Well, today's is also. Uh, Yesterday's lesson is God is in everything I see. And today we understand why. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. How close are we to our Father? How close are we to our cause, our source, our celestial parent, as I often say? And today's idea not only explains why God is in everything I see, but it's actually letting us know that our minds are not completely untrained. In the practicing today, it's giving us some assignment that we wouldn't be able to do if our mind was completely untrained. So this is good news. It's 30 days into this course, and we're starting, just baby steps perhaps, but we are starting to see the wonderful effects of it. So today's idea, the idea for today is the springboard to vision. Now, we've already spoken about the difference between sight of the body eyes and vision, which has nothing to do with the body eyes. From this idea, will the world, the whole world will open up before you, and you will look upon it and see it, and see in it what you have never seen before, nor will what you saw before be even faintly visible to you. Everything is going to shift now. As we open up our eyes, we open up our mind, really, to this idea of vision, everything will change. Our thoughts change, and everything else will change with it. Now, today we are trying to use a new kind of projection, and that word has always been associated with things from the ego, and a new kind of projection. And we are not attempting to get rid, which is how it's been used before, of what we do not like by seeing it outside. Instead, we are trying to see the world, see in the world what is in our minds and what we want to recognize is there. So I'm going to do a little shift again. And I'm going to insert the word cause for projection here. So we're trying to use a new kind of cause. God is our cause, but we are going to use our now not completely untrained minds. We're getting a little bit better with that, as that is the cause that we are going to be able to have the effects of seeing this world and through our minds, and to see it in a way that we would never have recognized it before, seeing things that we never thought were there. And thus we are trying to join with what we see rather than keeping it apart from us. That is the fundamental difference between vision and the way we see. So I'm going to say that this is seeing from within. So let's call this in vision or insight, because we are learning to see, have vision from what is within and not what is without. A Janetism, go within so you won't go without. When we go within, we realize we have everything and there is nothing that we are without. Now, it tells us that today's idea should be applied as often as possible throughout the whole day. Whenever we have a moment or so, repeat it to yourself slowly, looking about you, trying to realize that this idea applies to everything you do see now or could see now that is in with the range of our sight. Now, fourth paragraph. Real vision is not limited to concepts such as near and far. So to help you begin to get used to this idea, try to think of things beyond what we can currently see within the range. Real vision is not only unlimited by space and distance, but it does not depend on the body's eyes at all. That's paragraph 5, and I wanted to get there because it then says the mind is the only source. The mind is the only source for real vision. Let's go back to lesson 15 and those little light edges. My thoughts are images that I have made. Those little light edges don't depend on the body's eyes. The mind is the only source. So for those who again say, but I've never seen them, it has nothing to do with seeing them. It is their coming from, their source, their cause is within the mind. And that is how we will begin to have vision. Remember, that is the beginning of vision. To today's idea, God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. The springboard for vision. So this is not dependent upon these or this. It's dependent on this and this, our heart. So how close are we to God that we can have this, that we can see everything because God is in our mind? We are as close to our Father as our next breath, our next thought, our next heartbeat. We have never left. We are one with God. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind and has always been. We are a thought within the mind of God, and God is an idea within our mind. We could not be closer. The lesson completes with telling us that also to devote several practice periods to applying today's idea with our eyes closed, using whatever subjects come to mind, and looking within rather than without. Go within, you will never go without. And that's it for today. There's a whole bunch of other things that I could have brought in. I just didn't want to make this too long or too complicated. So I hope this helped. I hope you're seeing how beautiful this is and what a springboard for us this is to understand that God is in our mind. How close, how wonderful, how enlightening it is for us to know that. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please smile. Did I say share? Smile, breathe in this wonderful idea of the closeness of our Father with us. And when you exhale, let that idea go and be projected to everyone else, that they too share in this cause, this projection. God is in their minds as well. And pray for that recognition to come to all of us as quickly as possible. Namaste.